One of the comments that we've heard from the speaker or issues on the table that seems to be a problem or at least a challenge on both sides is that over national testing strategy. Can you speak to what's happening here? It sounds to me like the Democrats are asking for $75 billion. Republicans are asking for $45 billion. But I think there's more to this.
No, that issue is getting overblown. We've agreed to $178 billion overall for health. It's an extraordinary amount of money. We'd agreed with the Democrats with $75 billion going to testing, contact tracing. I think, quite frankly, we won't need to spend all that money, but we're happy to take the money. We've also agreed to $28 billion for vaccines and distribution, which is very important to continue our Project Warp Speed. What we have been focused on is the language around testing. We had proposed a bipartisan bill that has support both in the Senate and in the House to go forward with testing. But quite frankly, when I speak to Pelosi today, I'm going to tell her that we're not going to let the testing issue stand in the way, that we'll fundamentally agree with their testing language subject to some minor issues. This issue is being overblown. We need to get money to the American public now, the people that are most hurting.
Mr. Secretary, I also wanted to ask you, I just wanted to come back to this testing question. I know you're saying that it's not a deal breaker. Would the administration be willing to support a standalone national testing strategy bill in the same way that you would for the airlines, for example, or some of the other issues?
I think we'd combine that with a PPP deal and an airlines deal. So, again, we wouldn't move forward with testing without getting money for small business. I think, that's virtually half of the private payroll, and these small businesses, no fault of their own. And by the way, let me just say, we have a national testing strategy at the moment. The national testing strategy, and Mark Meadows has been enormously involved in this, working throughout the administration. I think, we have over 150 million of the Binex Now tests that we have at $5 a test, incredibly economic. We are distributing those to nursing homes and schools. We're getting those out. We signed another major contract with a company that has a 98% rating from the Mayo Clinic that will be, again, tests that can be done within 20 minutes. So we'll be using those in conjunction with Binex Now. So we have a testing strategy. This comment that we're not doing testing, I think, is ridiculous. Also, the administration moved forward with an extraordinary Project Warp Speed on vaccines. We've funded manufacturing of 7 different vaccines. So we still have money left for testing. We still have money for vaccines. We'd like more. But the president has executed through us, dramatic spending on vaccines and testing. And by the way, 60 days ago, the technology was not there for a $5 rapid test.
Shepard Smith here. Thanks for watching CNBC on YouTube.